We return to our tale inside the home of the Elder, who has graciously agreed to divulge the recent calamity to our young hero.
Thanks for letting me come inside for a bit, Elder. What was your name again?
My name is Zan, Elder Zan.
It's good to meet you, Elder Zan. My name is Dave Toriyama, and I'm from UPX. Oh, hey, wait! This package is for you. Here, if I could just get a signature for this, then...
No, I'm not the recipient of that package. You seek my son, Zan the Younger.
Oh, I see. Well, if you would just call him down here, I can give him the package and be on my way.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Oh, he's not here right now, huh? Well, if you just give me a signature as a proxy and...
No, you misunderstand. Let me tell you our tale of woe, and perhaps you'll see why you are exactly the person we need here in Shi'ell.
Preparing for a long and boring story, Dave leans back on a comfortable couch and settles in for some exposition.
Our small town is still suffering from the fallout of the Great War that ravaged our planet 100 years ago.
So, it's a lecture on history then. Okay, I'll just doze off for a minute while you educate the audience.
It's in these moments where Dave's true skills as an excellent listener are put to the test.
Shut it!
Alright, fine. While the Elder Zan spoke, Dave quietly dozed off and failed to listen to the entire exposition.
Oh, damn,
As I was saying, 100 years ago, the Shogun completed their siege against the planet. Every nation fell to their military strength. The flag waved above every remaining capital, and they declared that this world was the property of their leader, the Council of 12.
I want to ride the pony.
Yes, well, anyway. Prior to this, the town of Shi'ell was a bustling community. If you could believe it, there used to be an entire field of crops that we would tend. This was a beautiful world, a green world. That is, until that day.
With a whiff of nostalgia, the old man is brought back in his mind to the day that changed his life, a day that for him and the citizens of Shi'ell would live in infamy.
Well, hello there, Zan. How goes the training for Elder?
It goes, Connie. Reading and studying all these rules and histories is, well, it's tiresome. I'll be thrilled when I can take the initiation and be done with it all.
You do look more elderly than before.
Oh? Must be the loss of hair on my bald head.
Meow.
By the gods! What was that? Can you see that?
It looks like an explosion.
And that shockwave is coming right towards us.
In those moments, the shockwave of the explosion devastated the land. The crops were torn from the ground. The green and beautiful fields around Shi'ell were turned instantaneously into sand and rock.
What terror is this? What could have caused such devastation?
It turns out that blast was some new weapon of the Shogun. They had designed it to destroy matter, devastate the land, and alter the fields into nothing but a wasteland. Some Shogun officer must have set it off, thinking they were still at war with the world. It changed our beautiful village into the sad and pitiful broken-down collection of hovels you see before you.
What? Huh? Sand and hovels, right.
The worst part came after. You see, the blast must have changed us as well. I was already in my 30s when the blast happened. That was 100 years ago. Now, like everyone in this town, I grow older, but do not die.
You don't die?
That's what I said, you dumb galoot. Most of us have lived for that 100 years, getting older, worn down, tired, but never truly dying. Our burial caverns remain mostly empty now, a hollow symbol of what we once were.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
We also stopped having babies. The blast must have done something to all of us, keeping us from having children. The only way we've gotten any children in the last 10 or so years has been from wandering traders who felt sorry for us and chose to stay here to help.
So, your son, this younger Zan?
Adopted, I'm afraid, but still loved, and one day he may take my place as elder. Perhaps in a new and better world. But for that to happen, he must be saved. Please, I beg of you, go and rescue my son. It's all we have left. He and the other few children are the only hope this small village will ever have.
Dave thought for a moment about the importance of what had been asked of him. This was something much more than had been bargained for when he left Central. But it was a noble and honest pursuit, which would help save the...
Yeah, so if you'll just sign here and take this package, I can get going back to Central.
Didn't you hear a damn thing I said? We need your help.
Look, I'm just a delivery boy. I'm 15. What can I do? I'm sorry that your son was taken, but I need to get back to Central City. My friends, my captain, they're all waiting for me.
If you cannot find the humanity in you to help us, then fine. Here. But one night, one dark and cold night, you'll lay awake and wonder why you didn't help us. It will gnaw at you like a spiegelworm, and then you'll hate who you have become.
Right, okay, well, bye then.
Anything you can do to help?
I'll see what I can do. Exiting the hovel, Dave began to walk towards the edge of town when suddenly a terrible feeling swept over him.
These people need more help than I can give. But if I leave them now, am I any better than the people who did this to them? I mean, I am the only UPX delivery boy who has so far successfully managed to travel the Wasteland for a delivery. Maybe it's my purpose to help them.
Finally, and with a conscience meant for the main character of our story, the hero Dave Toriyama begins to understand what the old man was asking of him. Kicking down the door, he returned to the elder's home.
Hey, old man, if you need help, then I'm gonna give it to you.
That was my only door.
I'll head towards that Shogun outpost and save your son Zan. Don't you worry.
How will I stop the wolves from getting me while I sleep?
With renewed vigor and a reminder of his own humanity, Dave has chosen to take on the side quest to find the younger Zan and rescue him from the Shogun outpost. But the road ahead will be treacherous and filled with mortal danger. Will Dave make it to the outpost? Will he rescue the young man before a terrible fate befalls him? Find out in the next amazing episode of Wasteland Deliveries.